Spring 2018, this is software engineering, and we are doing project update videos. Here we are with Jordyn Hartzell and Gunnar Powers, and we're going to hear a little bit about their new project. Now, first of all, Jordyn, the last project that you were working on was more related to educational analytics, and this was related to something that we had looked at going for graduate school for you, talked to some faculty up in Canada for the graduate program you're going to try to apply to. But now you've got a different project direction. Could you tell us a little bit more about the project that you and Gunnar are going to be working on?
Yeah, so the first project wasn't a bad project. It was a good project, but I felt like I was trying to fit what I wanted to learn into the project, and it didn't really fit what I was wanting to do. So for this new project, it's actually an idea I've had for several years now, and it's essentially just, I guess it's hard to explain it because I had graphics and everything to kind of show what I wanted to explain, but at the core, it's a website that's sort of going to be like a social media targeted towards gamers for finding long-term gaming friends or just finding a quick fix for when you need somebody to play with you in the moment. But my idea is that I want to have a sophisticated algorithm behind it so you can match people based on their profiles, based on their traits, based on what kind of a gamer that they are. So it's going to be more than a social media. To me, it's all about the algorithm. That's really what we want to sell on this project.
Outstanding. Okay, so yeah, we had discussed, I think I'm excited to see some of the more detail that you have written up. Really, since this was a kind of a new direction that you started this last sprint, you don't have a whole lot nailed down and finished yet. Do you have anything that you say you're comfortable saying, for sure this is something that we're done with that we don't have to worry about anymore?
We've gotten a shell website created just as sort of a placeholder, and I would like to get that hosted by the next sprint in order to start actually building the website.
Okay.
And then we also have some project management. That's been our main focus, is getting the foundations of project management started. So our GitHub repository has a bit of code. We've got the projects within GitHub with the tasks laid out for all of our partners, so that way we kind of have a better direction of where we're going.
Outstanding. Okay, so my next question is, you mentioned getting the website up and get it hosted in the next 3 weeks. As far as the algorithm design, are you even going to consider that in the next 3 weeks? Is there anything you're going to try to get done?
Yeah, that's something that Gunnar's going to start on in the next 3 weeks, because we need, I guess, his psychology expertise to start laying out the foundations for the algorithm before I even put anything into code, I need to really figure out what it is that we're trying to accomplish with this algorithm. So that, Gunnar, if you want to talk about a bit of that.
So ideally, the way that the final algorithm would be based on factor analysis, which factor analysis is a type of correlational research. It's where the big 5 factors in psychology comes from. And you just run data again and again until you find traits that tend to group up with each other, and those get clumped together in what's called factors, and then you can look at the interactions of those factors. And so the factors would be the basis that we would use for the algorithm. But I'm also looking at stuff like, from the design perspective, like color psychology for what kind of palettes and symbols that we're wanting to use on our website, are the types of icons and things that we're doing. So I'm able to tie this into, I guess you could say, expertise that I have in another area as well.
Outstanding. Okay, so the last question that I want to ask is, Hartzell, for the next 3 weeks, getting it hosted, getting the algorithm started, what are the main things that you see as roadblocks for your team?
A major concern for mine is time, because double majoring, it's taking a lot of my time for the math department. But besides that, it's just that this is a new venture, this is a new area. Like, the algorithm design is something that I'm very interested in, but it's something I don't have experience in. So that's going to take a lot of time to even get into for me.
Okay. All right, well, Jordyn, Gunnar, thank you for your time.